New evidence on YNW Melly's criminal case.
The Broward State Attorney's Office plans to seek the death penalty against rapper YNW Melly for the deaths of his two friends.
YNW Melly's criminal case was one of the craziest stories and allegations that we've heard all year. And we just got word of new evidence that makes this crazy case even more interesting. The young rap star was arrested earlier this year for a very serious allegation involving the passing of two of his close friends. And oddly enough, he may have been involved with his friends' deaths. Stay tuned until the end of the video to hear the latest details on YNW Melly's sentencing. We will be covering new evidence that will prove whether Melly is innocent or if he was actually involved in his friends' deaths. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and drop the keyword YNW in the comment section below to get a chance at winning our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Now let's get started. The 19-year-old rap star's career came to a halt when he turned himself into officials at Broward County in February of this year. He was ordered to remain in jail without bond. When YNW Melly first got locked up, this was one of the craziest stories we have covered all year. Melly was accused of taking the life of two of his own best friends, Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., aka YNW Jervy, in October of 2018. This is an unimaginable crime that most people did not believe the young rapper would be capable of. Although it seems that Melly would never take the life of a dear friend, the recent evidence goes to show otherwise. The evidence shows that the pathway of bullets that hit the vehicle did not match the victim's wounds based on the trajectory analysis. The damaged Jeep Compass shows that the vehicle was hit from the right side and the bullets had exited to the left side of the SUV. However, the victim's wounds show the opposite, meaning that they were hit from the left side with the bullet exiting to the right side of their bodies. YNW Melly and Bortland had claimed that their vehicle was hit by a random drive-by hit which was made by unknown assailants. However, this story does not seem to be matching up with the evidence that law enforcement has found. If the court determines that YNW crew was lying about what had really happened, the two YNW members could be serving a very harsh sentence that could give the rappers 25 years to life. Some prosecutors are even seeking the death penalty against Melly if he is proven guilty of the double homicide case. Law enforcement had issued a warrant for YNW Melly's arrest as the primary suspect of the homicides. His associate, Cortland Henry, better known as YNW Portland, was arrested in Texas on February 12th for a first-degree homicide allegation. Jamel Maurice Demons, better known as YNW Melly, then turned himself in the next day before he could be arrested. Despite all the evidence against him, Melly took to social media to try to clear his name. He posted an update for his fans and said, "A couple of months ago, I lost two of my brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries. God is with me on my brother YNW Portland, and we want y'all to remember it's a YNW family. I love you." The motive for the shooting is unknown, which is bizarre because a hit like this one seems to be far from random. However, both of YNW members swear that they did not commit these horrific acts, and they are both fighting hard for their innocence. Many of fans stand behind YNW Melly and claim that he would not be capable of hurting his two best friends. Sources are saying that he grew up with the two victims. All four of the YNW members were from the same neighborhood in South Florida. They all had a very close friendship. Given the history of YNW's crew, it appears that the rapper may be telling the truth and that his crew really could have been hit in a random drive-by accident. YNW Melly's career and criminal case. Melly's career was just starting to skyrocket months before he turned himself in. The Florida rapper was making some serious noise and even came out with a hit record called Mixed Personalities, featuring none other than music mogul Kanye West. When he had dropped his song, the music video featuring Kanye, we thought Melly's career would be here to last. His Mixed Personalities music video was directed and recorded by Cole Bennett and ended up reaching over 1 million views in less than 24 hours. Melly's fans did not know what to believe after hearing about what the young rapper had been accused of, and the evidence against YNW seemed to be getting stronger and stronger. As the allegations have proceeded, it seemed that there was a serious lack of accurate information given to the law enforcement by the crew. The reports were in no way matching what YNW Melly and YNW Portland had said happened. For example, the law enforcement had went to the location where YNW members reported the drive-by happened. Police had found no evidence of any firearms being used at this supposed crime scene. There were also no 911 calls informing law enforcement of any drive-bys in this area. Things just didn't seem to be adding up at this point. And as the investigation continued, the legal situation just seemed to get worse for YNW Melly in Portland. Cell phone records and video surveillance had confirmed plenty of false information was given to the police. Their phone location records proved that they had given false information about their whereabouts before the shooting. Why would they lie about where they were, and then also lie about the route they took when bringing their injured friends to the hospital? The motive is not really clear, but that wasn't even the worst of the evidence. Police ended up finding a shell casing from a .40 caliber firearm inside the Jeep Compass on the rear passenger seat where Melly was sitting. YNW Portland was driving the vehicle and also faced 2 counts of being an accessory after the fact. Investigators had stated this supports the evidence that the victims were shot inside the car first, and the projectile holes on the exterior were later staged in one of the case reports. Investigators also stated YNW Melly and Portland had driven around for some time with their 2 dead friends before bringing them to the hospital. They believe this is when they were coming up with their cover-up story. The evidence can put the 2 rappers in prison for the rest of their lives. Both of them are being charged with first-degree homicide. YNW Melly's audience has continued to grow like a wildfire, even though he is facing these serious charges. The rapper's music videos were reaching millions of views, and so is his music streams. This makes it extremely tragic that Melly's potential was cut short by these scary allegations. YNW Melly's most viewed YouTube video was actually also used as evidence against him in the court. In his song, he talks about how he has homicide on his mind and basically tells a story on how he had taken the life of a friend. This was one of the biggest hit songs. It ended up going double platinum after he turned himself in February. Melly's song was originally released a year before YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Jervy's deaths, and the music video was released just a month before the members' passing. Could this be a coincidence? This is when things had gotten strange and fans were very confused. This was some serious evidence against Melly. He had expressed himself through his music, which was very incriminating. Melly was no stranger to using firearms either. In late 2015, the rapper was arrested for using his firearm near Vero Beach High School and was convicted of aggravated assault and battery, as well as discharging a firearm in public, which put him in jail for a whole year. This was when he wrote his hit song, Murder on My Mind. He thought about making music almost the entire time he was incarcerated. The Florida rapper had some serious problems, and police are still investigating why he would take the lives of 2 of his childhood friends. He had planned to release a lot more music before he was incarcerated, but now all of that has been put to a halt. His famous mugshot went viral. Instead of appearing to be sad about the loss of his friends, Melly was smiling in his mugshot. The mugshot was posted all over social media calling Melly a demon, which was ironic since his last name was Demons. This was a very evil crime, and all of the evidence shows that it wasn't a random incident that took the lives of his 2 friends. What has happened since? Let's run through a quick timeline on what happened after Melly started his jail time. YNW Melly pled not guilty on March 5th of this year and wanted a jury trial. Then, just a few days later, there is footage released of YNW Melly's mother criticizing YNW Sack Chaser before his death. In the video, she stated, "My credentials is real. Don't ever try to come for me," and stated she has larger firearms than he does. This could be why Melly has taken Sack Chaser's life. We're not really sure, but even with all the evidence that has been released, YNW Melly is staying firm that he is innocent. In May of this year, Melly's legal team continues to fight for the rapper to be released on bail. His lawyers claimed that there was very little actual evidence and that there was no indication of a motive for the crimes. Despite their strong attempts, there have been no reports yet of any bond being considered for the rapper, who has been facing these homicide charges. On Thursday, July 11th of this year, YNW Melly's team posted footage of him smiling in the courtroom with the caption, "I'll be home soon. I'm smiling because God is with me." Melly. There seems to be a solid amount of evidence against him, but he is continuing to fight hard for his freedom. His fans are continuing their support of the rapper and using the hashtag #FreeMelly all over his social media posts. Despite all of the evidence, YNW Melly and Portland could be innocent, and this could have arguably been some type of setup. This is the argument many fans are making in Melly's defense. If YNW Melly can somehow beat this case and prove that it was a setup, then it won't be very difficult for him to come back into the music industry and make some serious noise. Melly has a strong legal team that will continue to fight for him. It may be likely that he will eventually become granted bail and get released. He was one of the most successful rappers to come out of the Florida rap scene and has millions of followers on his Instagram and YouTube accounts. It is safe to say that his fans are waiting for him to release new music despite his questionable allegations. After hearing all of this evidence and about Melly's background, what do you think really happened? Do you think YNW Melly was really capable of taking two of his best friends' lives? Or could he actually be innocent? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment keyword YNW Melly below to enter a chance of winning our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. See you next time.